David Dempsey. Some of you know me from my days on the Northern California Fly Fishing Bulletin Board. Some of you may have seen me on Dan Blatton's board. I'm a former guide. I taught fly fishing, fly tying. Anyways, you may have also seen some of my posts on the Fly Fishing Community Facebook page. One post in particular where I talk about building leaders. I routinely fish very long leaders, 18, sometimes as much as 22 feet long. And I build my own leaders. That allows me to design a leader that will turn over almost any fly under any condition. And I use what's called a dropper loop. You probably know the dropper loop already. You might know it by a different name. You may have used it for bait fishing. You may have used it for bottom fish. Some people know it as a shrimp fly rig, where you tie a number of hooks on your line. It's a basic knot. It's incredibly fast to tie once you learn this particular technique. Let me demonstrate the basic dropper loop. Now you've got a length of line. Determine where you want the loop in the line. Form a loop, and it's just simply a matter of, there's your loop. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to twist one side of that loop. My right hand is going to keep tension on the line. My left hand is going to do the twisting. See how that little X is in there? We're going to pull one leg of the X over. My index finger is holding it in place. Now my thumb is holding it in place. Pull across. Thumb goes in there to hold my place. Pull across. I'm pulling across with that index finger. Now I open that up, pass my original loop through, and look at that. That is one pretty knot. It's really fast to tie. To make the actual dropper, I would simply cut it, and there we go. Now that's kind of a short dropper, but this is just for the purposes of illustration. Now how would we use that to build a leader? This is the important part. To build a leader, we're going to take two pieces of line, okay? And we need to keep them together. We need to keep track of them. So the first thing we're going to do is a very simple overhand knot, and that helps us just keep tension and keep track of everything. So we've got an overhand knot. Now, same basic technique, tension with the right hand, tension with the left hand. Form that loop, but now we need to keep, and you can see I'm teasing it with my index finger, we need to keep that knot as part of our loop. And we're going to, again, twist with the left hand. Index finger, thumb. Index finger, thumb. Index finger, thumb. Open up. Pass our loop through. And as you're passing the loop through, remember to pass the overhand knot through. Now watch how that snugs up. And if you put just a little tiny bit of saliva, it'll snug up so perfectly. So there's your dropper loop, tying two pieces of line together. Now I'm going to do it with two different colored lines, two different diameter lines. One of the important things when you're tying knots, for your best knot strength, the diameter needs to be, say, 80 to 90%. You're tapering down. You want it to taper down. But again, it's got to be within, if you're tying something that's 10,000ths, you want to tie it to, as you taper down, to something that's maybe 8,000ths. Otherwise, you compromise the strength of your knot. So here we go. Two very different lines, two very different diameters. Same basic technique. This might be a little harder to see because we're using a clear nylon monofilament. An overhand knot. Back out a little bit so we can see this. And all that does is help us keep track of everything, okay? So there's our overhand knot. Now, right hand is keeping tension. I sort of exaggerate that movement. Left hand tension, see how it's going through these fingers? Over the thumb, index finger, pull across to form the loop. That's important, pull across to form that loop. Now, watch the left hand, twist. Thumb holds our place. Use the index finger to pull across. Thumb holds our place. So we're twisting. thumb, index finger, thumb, index finger. Open it up, pass your overhand knot through. That's your loop, that's your original loop, and snug that up. This is an incredible knot. It's every bit as strong as a blood knot and a heck of a lot faster to tie. How fast is this? Let me demonstrate. I'm going to get a fresh piece of line. We'll cut the commentary to a minimum. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Open up, pass it through. We are done. We are fishing if we're tying on a length of tippet. If we're building a leader, we're ready for the next section. Anyways, this is a wonderful knot. I've been using it for years. I've caught, I wouldn't use this for big game, but I've caught salmon up to 40 pounds using the leaders that I've built with this knot. Anyways, good luck. Once you learn to tie this, it's a real lifesaver.